So this is our last session of the day, and I am so happy to say that this is the first year that we've been able to host an Excellence in Academic Advising Award for our state advisors. This is the first celebration of it. The idea actually came from Tammy Reynolds last year, who you met on the first panel about regional NACADA leadership. And the award is presented as part of the West Virginia Academic Advising Conference to recognize exemplary academic advising and as encouragement to all advisors to persist in their efforts to help students achieve their academic, personal, and professional goals. The award is presented to a full-time academic advisor who demonstrates excellence in advising, a commitment to advisees at the undergraduate level, and who significantly and positively impacts students in their attempts to achieve these goals. So when the call for nominations went out, we had approximately 57 nominations come in from across the state. So supervisors, students, colleagues nominated people. Nominees were faculty, staff advisor, new and more seasoned people, and they represented populations of students and programs that were very diverse. And ultimately, 16 people chose to submit for the award. And you'll see some of those names in just a minute. We worked very hard to ensure a fair reading. So readers came from in-state schools, but no one read for their home school. We had NACADA leadership reading these packets, which included both the former and the incoming chair of Region 3, a Kentucky liaison, a Tennessee liaison, as well as a couple of out-of-state readers. We used a rubric so that everyone was clear about what was being measured. And ultimately, we ended up with a tie. And so that tie was broken by student reading at Mount West Community and Technical College. So that was the process that we went through. Here you'll see some of the names who were of people who were nominated for this award. And you can see that they come from a range of schools, right? Small and large institutions, very representative of the state. And of course, some of the larger schools had a few more people. So for example, 10 advisors from West Virginia University were nominated. And then by far the largest set of nominees came from the Thundering Herd of Marshall University. So, of course, not everyone chooses to submit for the award, right? So the next three slides are those who submitted and people who gave us a personal philosophy statement, letters of recommendation, as well as a CV. So you can see that Megan Jones from Fairmont State University, Connie Kiefer from Bridge Valley Community and Technical College. Again, the larger schools had several folks to submit. So WVU ended up with 5 submissions. And Marshall, of course, made up the rest with a great mix of professional and faculty advising as well. And I wanted to share with you some of the feedback from the packets that people submitted. So this feedback comes from folks, oops, I see my face on here and I don't like it. Just a second. Let me remove the spotlight and share again. This feedback comes from folks who did not ultimately win the award, but who were recognized as exceptional by the readers from out of state and from NACADA leadership. So for example, someone commented about one of our nominees' extraordinary service, dedicated to students, exceptional advising through student-centered support and leadership. Another one wrote of another person who submitted, she stands out as both a collaborator and a pillar of student success, and strong commitment to student mentorship and academic success. So these are all incredible qualities that we would want in any academic advisor, and it was well represented through the packets. Many of our readers actually encouraged advisors to compete for a regional NACADA award, even if they were unsuccessful here. So what I would like to do is to introduce our award winners. So for the first time, we have the main award, and then we also had a meritorious recognition. And we would love to do our first West Virginia meritorious recognition for excellence in academic advising, and that would be Rebecca Agee. So Rebecca, I don't know if you can just come off mute and say hi so people can see you.
Hello.
So Rebecca is a student services specialist at the College of Liberal Arts at Marshall University. One of the things that stood out about her packet, readers praised her positive student feedback, her presence with students, her campus impact through the launching of a podcast and chairing new advisor training and development. And one of the best quotes out of her packet, whether helping students navigate academic probation, assisting in internship placement, or simply being a listening ear, my joy lies in the meaningful connections I've made. So let's give Rebecca some hand claps and celebrations and some love, maybe in the comments. Congratulations so much, Rebecca. We are so very proud of you. And this information will live forever on the conference website, which houses the Academic Advising Award. And now let's introduce the first West Virginia Excellence in Academic Advising Award winner. If I can do that, there we go. And that's Dr. Samoa D'Souza Brown. So Samoa, if you're able to come off mute and maybe say hi.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
So some of the things, so Samoa is a senior advising specialist within the multidisciplinary department in the Eberly College of Arts and Sciences at West Virginia University, which is a mouthful. Readers in her packet praised her developmental advising and inclusive practices. One of her readers described her as overwhelmingly knowledgeable in this field. One of her student nomination letters read, her wisdom, empathy, and encouragement have inspired students, including myself, to pursue ambitious goals with confidence. Samoa works with students in the Regents BA program, which many of you might be familiar with. It lends itself toward more non-traditional students, and many of them have experiences that are outside of academia. So there could be professional certifications, military experience, and a range of other things that they may be coming in with. And she serves first generation students, military veterans, athletes, and more. One of the comments from her student support letter also stood out because I think it captures the impact that good academic advising has on our students. And this person wrote, whether she is an award recipient or not, the impact she has made on my life will have a ripple effect on the lives of countless others. Samoa, we congratulate you, and I'm sure my chat's blowing up, so I'm sure you're getting lots of appreciation in the chat, but we want to say congratulations to you, and thank you so much for letting us read your work.
Thank you.
If this is exciting to you, you could be our next award winner. So nominations will open again in the spring of 2026. And to be eligible for this award, you simply need to be a full-time academic advisor, either faculty or staff, currently working at a West Virginia institution of higher education at the time that you submit for the award. Advisors are encouraged to apply whether they are from large or small institutions. I know that it can have the appearance that two large institutions won, but I have to tell you the process was crazy competitive to the point where we pulled a lot of those folks into a meeting to say, let's go after regional awards because your packets are so very good. The conference page will also include links to the award if you want a few more details about that. So be sure to check that out, and you can ensure that we will be nudging you about it when the time comes. So if you forget, don't worry, we're going to remind you several times. So this brings us to the close of our third annual Academic Advising Conference. And in the closing, I want to honor my colleagues for the work that they've done to get us here 3 years in a row for a free conference for the people of our state. This is truly one of the most collaborative and supportive groups I've ever had the privilege of working with. They all truly want what's best for our people, our students. They've worked hard to try to grab award funds, to get the word out, to make the conference the best that it can be. And if you want to join this group, just let us know. We're very easy to work with. It's very collaborative and you can learn. A special shout out to Kristen Cosner, who's the person behind all the nudges that you received to get an award or sign up for the conference. And she's also responsible for the webpage housing all of this great content. And another special shout out to Julie Black, who is our tech extraordinaire. She found all those great photos of our state and put the music together, helped everyone with their tech checks, and generally kept things running smoothly. If it looks good, it's probably because of Julie. So soon, the PowerPoints, the handouts, the recorded segments of the conference will be available on the webpage. We'll email you when it's available. And in that email, you will also receive a short survey so that you can give us some really good feedback to plan next year's conference. We very much do rely on this feedback to put the conference together. Again, thank you for all your time and attention today, and I hope you all have a great semester.